Hey, good morning everyone. It is a frosty January morning and I wanted to just go ahead and walk around and show you the beds in January. When I was first gardening, I was really curious to see what beds looked like from winter through all of the seasons. So might as well show you in case this is something you're interested into. So I'm just gonna do a quick walk around of the different garden beds and the winter interest that's in them now. So if you're new here, I add on garden beds as I can. So this is the newest bed I created. So I tried to be a little bit more mindful for winter interest. So this bed doesn't have a lot going for it now. So there's some azaleas here in front. There is a dwarf pine. I love this guy. Let me give you a close-up of how fluffy he is. It's a mugo pine. That is a blue star juniper. And then another dwarf conifer. I just love this little trio here. Other than that, everything's very sleepy. There's some daffodil bulbs that will be coming up eventually. But really this whole area doesn't have a lot going for it in winter. I think the only reason you can tell that there was a garden at some point here is thanks to the rocks. So I'm gonna shift over. I'm skipping over the kids' playground. So I do have kids and this is their space too. So their playground, my backyard is mostly lawn. So basically I'm going in a little by little and taking a little bit of lawn. This is their butterfly garden. There isn't much happening right now, as you can see. This is exciting for me, but there's some ranunculus that is very, very cold right now. It got down to 28 last night. But other than that, everything else is very sleepy. So this will have a big transformation come spring and summer. So moving on, there's some winter interest in this bed. It's kind of hold over, get some green instead of all brown. So weeping hemlocks, those are Nandinas. Recently planted are these two little tater tot arborvitaes. They're so fun and they're not going to get much bigger than that. So there's some winter interest in with the kind of brown everything else. This arbor definitely needs to get replaced, but it's holding up this beautiful Eden rose and I just can't wait for it this year. Then this is how I garden. So I started cutting back ferns and clearly put them away. Definitely an impromptu tour. This is Globulosa nana, and I just trim it to keep it into that shape. I know they get much bigger than that. And I know I could have placed that better, but I just love the little balls. And this is one of my favorites this time of year. This is Edgeworthia. It's a zone 7 through 10. It smells absolutely incredible. And this isn't even all the way open. This is just kind of the bud barely open phase. Do you want to say hi, chickies? I know it's cold. I know it's so cold. This is the chicken coop. This is an area that we're working on slowly. So chicken coop, behind those cast irons and all that junk is our compost pile. And then one day there will be a storage shed solution right here. One day. Then in this area, all of my winter interest has turned brown. So we do have some azaleas that didn't really love the frost recently. And then this whole side yard is gonna be made over, so that's why all the cardboard is there. It looks very junky, but I'm trying to smother out some of the lawn. All of these are azaleas. Some of them fared better in the frost than others. And then you kind of move over to our edible garden. So the edible garden space is the closest from the house. We have a little path that goes there just to encourage us to go visit it more often. But we garden out of these two beds. And if we walk through, we have blueberries that are all budded up. These are canes, so raspberries, blackberries. And this is a dwarf pineapple guava. Look how cute she is. And it looks like the peach tree, or nectarine. This is Sun Racer, I believe. It's got its first few buds open. So that's exciting. And then that pretty much leads to the front yard, which I do have front yard stuff, but I mostly focus on the backyard. So this is the next big project, going to be transplanting all of these Loropetalums and the Euonymus, creating a formal, not formal, but an actual cut flower bed, a raised cut flower bed down here, and then a little path. And we're gonna get rid of all of this lawn because it doesn't really like growing here anyways. So this is my backyard in January. Every winter I want to add more conifers and winter interest, and it just happens. So slowly kind of adding things in spots that look very brown and sad. But the garden's gonna change a lot over the next few months, and I just can't wait. And I'm sure you can't either. Thank you for watching.